Well, hello there, back from Paris. And everything's unloaded. And one thing I've done right away is prep we need a spacer for those beautiful demi-lune tables that we got, the console tables. And what we don't put off is putting things up on the wall or against the wall and securing them. We don't want to wait with this because marble, when it lays around, is always or tables, there's always something that could happen. And of course, something could happen when it's against the wall, but then that's a whole different story. But so we already took the old tables out, and I'm now going to quickly install them temporarily until it's going to be quite a while, but they're going to be here in the Grand Salon where they are going to be in the end. But of course, the Grand Salon needs to be restored, which is not a project for this year. So next year it is, but right now they're going to go up, and they needed a spacer because we have what some would call like a chair rail, but it tops all the paneling. And so I needed something to bridge that space so that the marble doesn't stick out too far and it's safe. So I'm going to do that, and let's go. So, in order to make this very safe, I'm putting washers on it because the screw heads are not that big. Having a washer gives this more stability, more safety. So that's what we're going to do. That goes through the console table back into the pieces of wood that I just attached to the walls. And let's do that. So this is one of those items we brought back from Paris. And can we talk? Look at this. I mean, this is an original Louis XV. Later part of his reign, so most probably between somewhere 1760 to 1770. Beautiful gilding, gold gilding. And that was one of the reasons why we couldn't use any spray gold in this room, because nothing, just plain going over. Sorry about that. It's in such amazing condition, and whoever upholstered this did us a huge favor, because this color is in our fabric, and since the bed is separate from the rest of the room. We can keep this. So this is the first time I actually bought something that's upholstered that doesn't need to be reupholstered. And I'm actually very, very happy about that. In such great condition. And the antiques dealer in Paris held it for us for, I think, 6 months, Stuart, maybe 7. Very, very kind, and it was just a great experience picking it up. But this is going to be a phenomenal focal point. It will be a little bit higher than this because it will be above the mattress. And you can see down here, because it was used, where the gold gilding has been wiped away because of the pillows. And then you see the rich gold up here. So it's fantastic. These are not easy to find. We were looking for something and then it showed up, and it was, I think it was kind of meant to be. And this room is coming together really nicely, and it goes with the nightstands, it goes with the writing desk that we have in here. So it's
and it's gonna be great with how we're gonna do the whole bed crown with the draping of the bed crown as well.
Yeah, well,
right?
there's that. That's going to be that's going to be drama. I mean, this is going to be just 18th century, and we came up with a color scheme that will be really, really interesting, we think. So it's going to be very dramatic, but that's what this room was. And since one of the daughters of King Louis XV owned this chateau, it's just fitting. So, moving on, next job is finishing the trumeaus, the big mirror over the fireplace. What else do we have to do, Stuart? Well, the floors. That's the last thing we're doing is the floors.
In here and this, and then we have to get back to the bathrooms.
Plastering. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Bye. Hello from Colombia. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, but it's a bit windy, which makes it a bit nippy. But having said all that, I am going to gild something. I put the sizing on a while back. Let's hope the gold sticks, because it's for the bedroom, the new bedroom, and I'm really excited about it. So let's go. So this is a slightly broken piece for the mirror. That is not what we're using. Now let's see what we can do with this. Well, good morning from this gorgeous bedroom. It's really coming together quite nicely. So what I'm doing is I want to finish up the first trumeau. So I need to paint. I've painted it. And what I need to do is put sizing on, meaning it will be gilded. I did try, as you can see up there, to do spray gold. The problem we have, or would have, is if you have spray gold in the entire room and so it all fits together, that's one thing. And this is actually looks quite good, but we have pieces of furniture that are 200 or 300 years old. They have been gold gilded. So they have a completely different gold quality to them and depth. So that I can't recreate with the spray. So what do? I'm going to hand this, and let me show you something real quick. So very excitingly, leaf gold now comes in rolls. So for long stretches like this is absolutely ideal because you can set it on, run it down, and it's on a thin film of clear plastic. So it's really helpful. So that's what I'm going to use. It saves a lot of time compared to using the square little leaflets. And I think I'm going to get going. Now, the first thing is putting the sizing on, and then it goes on quite bright orangey red-ish, although it's like this brown maroon color right now. And then when it changes color and the sheen changes, you know it's time to put the leaf gold on it. So depending on weather, temperature, humidity, of course, there is no set time. And then it needs to dry, then it gets patina on. Wipe that off, and this little beauty will shine again like it did 300 years ago. So let's get going. considering that it was kind of like an ugly spot, and because everything was painted in one color, and originally it was gilded, of course, but this was all painted just flat gray. It was just a non-entity, and now it's a focal point. Absolutely love the ornament on top because it makes it stand out. And this, we hope at some point to get a nice portrait where we can use the canvas to put, I don't know, an 18th century lady in there, because as much as this fits the room in terms of color, the quality of the flowers, the painting is really quite hideous, but it's kind of, it's cute. And this is not the console that will stay here, just so you know. This is for a different spot, but it was actually a lot of fun to bring this back to life to where it used to be in 1640. I mean, it's it always amazes me when I think about how old this all is. Anyway, so really happy, great progress, and can't wait to do yet another trumeau, because it's the one over there. It's also painted just plain gray. That's going to be a great project too. And God, did I forget anything, Stuart?
I think that's it. That's
Okay.
a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
If you like this episode, please subscribe. Recommend us to your friend. Click the notification button so you get the bell button so you get all our notifications. And see you on Friday. And if you want to support the renovation of the Chateau, you can join us on Patreon. And I'm really tired. Now I'm going to go to the next job. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.